Matthew. I'm a student at Stockton University.
What is your major?
My major is biology.
How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
What clubs and activities are you involved in at Stockton University?
At Stockton, I'm an admissions ambassador. I'm also an operations assistant, so I work at the front desk. I'm the founding vice president of the Stockton Medical Research Club, and I'm also a brother of the Kappa Sigma fraternity.
Okay. How would you help others increase their global self-awareness?
To increase global self-awareness, I would definitely say networking is the number one thing. You never know other people's cultures and what they're going through. For me, I live in Central Jersey, so the environment is very different from down here. And you never know when you're going to see people outside of Stockton anyway. So I would say definitely networking and traveling would be the top two.
Do you think global self-awareness is an important topic? Why or why not?
I would say yes, because personally I never even looked at the world outside of the United States until last year in one of my classes. And there's a lot of important events that happen around the world that I feel like a lot of people should know about, because it's not really just the United States, what happens in the United States, it's also things around the world that affect the United States inadvertently. So,
How many languages do you speak proficiently?
one, English.
Has Stockton University given you a better opportunity to develop global self-awareness?
Definitely yes. Last semester I took a class, human geography, and through that class we got a free Times subscription, so we were able to see Time magazine and also the New York Times. So every morning, like, we'd get a notification as to, like, what was happening throughout the day and, like, around the world. So without that class, I wouldn't really know what was going on, and now I check it, like, every morning. So
Has perspective taking benefited you in any way?
I would say yes, because you never really know what anybody's going on in their life. So if you could put yourself in their perspective and see issues from their perspective, and, like, put yourself in their shoes and see how they see it. So I would say yes, definitely.
Have you witnessed something that has ever changed your perspective on life?
That's a deep question. I would say yes. Coming here to Stockton, I never really was a people person, but my RA was somebody who was, like, connected with everybody. So seeing how he was and seeing all the people that he knew and the connections that he had definitely changed something in my life. So that's what I try to become.
What are some stereotypes about people in New Jersey, and do they fit these stereotypes?
I'd say the number one stereotype that everybody talks about here at Stockton is definitely that New Jersey people are, like, loud-mouthed, and they're very like, straightforward with how they feel in, like, kind of a rude way. I would say it definitely varies around the state. South Jersey people are a little more like that than North Jersey people, so I'd say yeah.
Why do you think stereotypes exist?
I think they exist because humans as a species, we like to classify things. So we see a certain type of environment or a certain type of characteristic, and we like to group them together. So that's why I think they exist, because naturally we're just like that.
What is unique about the American culture?
I think it's definitely, like, the whole melting pot idea, is that there's cultures and people from all around the world here in the United States. And not that it's like that everywhere else as well, but I feel like America also presents that, like, whole different mindset that you can do whatever you want whenever you want to do it, and no one's going to stop you. So I definitely think that, in a sense. So
Are you interested in learning about different cultures?
I would say yes, because personally, like, I was raised in Edison, so there was a lot of Indian people there. So you get to see the cultures and the way that they carry themselves and the way that their children are raised, and it's very different from the typical Caucasian family. So I would say yes, it's definitely very interesting to learn.
Do you identify with a culture other than American culture?
No, I would like to learn more about other cultures though, but
Is there anything about Stockton that reminds you of your culture?
yes and no. Coming from Edison, there was a lot of Indian people. They're great people. I love them. They're very smart, and they push me to be the person that I am. But coming down here, it, like, changed my whole perspective. Like, there was a lot of more Caucasian people rather than, like, the Indian people and the other cultures that I was used to. So in a way, yes, and in a way, no, because I'm used to that different environment, but it's, like, normal for everybody else, if that makes sense.
Do you try and accomplish your social responsibilities on a daily basis?
Yes, there are different social responsibilities, like, with each person, and for me, it's kind of like your moral code and, like, what you follow by. So for me, if I, like, see somebody who's struggling throughout the day, I'd, like, try to go out of my way to make them feel a little bit better, like maybe get them, like, a piece of candy or something, make them feel better and cheer up. To definitely like try and go about your day, treating people how you would want to be treated, and if you were down in the dumps one day, definitely like something that you would want to make you feel better, like do for other people as well.
Have your social and personal responsibilities increased ever since you go to college compared to living at home?
Definitely yes. For me at home, it was more like confined to just home. Coming down to Stockton, I definitely became more of like a people person, and I was doing things more on my own. So I would say definitely yes. Like I've definitely broken out of the shell and like become like a person who cares more about other people than myself. So.
Do you contribute to bettering our planet by recycling?
Yes, we have a bin in my house for recycling, and then also when we go to ShopRite, we like buy out the whole store. So we have like 1 million plastic bags, and we always bring them back to the store to put in the recycling bin for those bags, because I know that's bad for the environment. We actually learned in my human geography class last semester that turtles think that those bags are jellyfish and they eat them. So like just knowing that little fact like kind of like sticks with me, and I always like bring them back. So.
Should college students actively seek to improve society?
I would say yes, because it's your generation. Like whatever we do now like will affect the world in 5 to 10 years from now, and like we will be that generation that kind of takes the course of what the United States will be. So I feel like they should definitely care, because that's what we're going to become eventually. So.
Okay. And can you name one positive accomplishment that you have made this past week?
This past week. I'm gonna change my major to biochem because I found out that I really like medicine. So I'm gonna try and enter pharmacy school. So I guess that's one positive impact.